Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into a heartbreaking story that's causing ripples across Bangladesh. Hundreds of people, including innocent bystanders, have been severely injured in recent protests. Let's talk about the harsh reality these victims are facing and why this story needs your attention. The National Institute of Ophthalmology and Hospital in Dhaka is overwhelmed. They're treating hundreds of young men with severe eye injuries, victims of the violent clashes between protesters and security forces. Imagine being Mohammed Anik, a 24-year-old salesperson. Caught in the crossfire and hit by pellets, his future now hangs in the balance. Doctors at NIOH are working tirelessly, but the extent of the damage is severe. Many victims are facing the grim reality of permanent vision loss. The hospital has reported treating nearly 500 patients with pellet injuries. This highlights the widespread use of force against protesters. One of the youngest victims is Mohammed Shamim, just 10 years old. He was working at a motorcycle workshop when he was hit by pellets. Now he has irreversible vision loss. His family is devastated, their future uncertain. The use of pellet guns by security forces has sparked outrage and raised serious concerns. According to Gholam Mostafa, the director of NIOH, shotgun pellets are the primary cause of these injuries. Depending on where they hit, pellets can embed in the retina, leading to blindness. It's a stark reminder of the indiscriminate force used against civilians. Studies in regions like Indian-administered Kashmir have shown the devastating impact of pellet guns. When fired at close range, pellets form a concentrated cluster that penetrates soft tissues like bullets, causing severe injuries. International organizations, including Amnesty International, have condemned the use of pellet guns for crowd control. They're deemed indiscriminate and potentially life-altering. The UN has issued guidance against using metal pellets for law enforcement. Yet reports suggest Bangladeshi security forces have used 12-gauge shotguns loaded with metal pellets against protesters. This raises serious questions about human rights violations and excessive force. Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International have accused Bangladesh's security forces of using excessive force. This includes live ammunition, tear gas, stun grenades, rubber bullets, and shotgun pellets. Victims and their families allege that the police fired indiscriminately, injuring both protesters and bystanders. Rakibul Hassan, a student who was shot in both eyes, laments the lack of justice. The excessive force used against those exercising their right to protest is alarming. Suman Mia, a mason who wasn't involved in the protests, was also shot in the eye while returning home from work. His story underscores the indiscriminate nature of the violence. The silence from government officials only adds to the anger and demands for justice from the victims and their families. This incident highlights the urgent need for accountability and an independent investigation into the actions of the security forces. These stories are a grim reminder of the human cost of violent suppression. As we continue to monitor this situation, let's hope for justice and support for these victims. Thanks for watching and stay informed, or